His show was a commercial success, but he got a little too concerning. Roger Ebert said, "I was really on board till he started talking about selling baby parts." So he's been replaced with a much calmer host. Howdy, and welcome to RYAN Rambles.
Hello. Hi. I'm Ryan Smith. You may have known my old show, and a lot of people have, and due to recent controversy, it makes sense why you may be frustrated or upset, and I respect that. I respect a lot of people here. Drinking some cold black tea this morning. It's a rainy morning. You know, a lot of things about rain are very interesting, I've noticed. Some days I'll stand outside in the rain and just look up at the clouds and let the rain just slowly hit my face. And I'll think to myself, I just think, you know, maybe this is what love is. Maybe this is what beauty is. And, you know, you just get lost in the rain, and then you walk around and you hum to yourself these little songs that you think of, and it's just beautiful, right? It's just a beautiful thing. God, I love the rain. And I love this tea too. And I've modified my mug. Many people found it offensive, so now it says "Believe in Love." I think that's, you know, the right move. You know, to believe in love, not hate. I think my last show was really one of disregard for others. You know, people would call in and express their anger, but really we should be expressing our loves for one another, for each other. You know, for each other. That's something that's been so lost these last couple of years. Since the pandemic, you know, we've really lost ourselves in America. We've really forgotten what this country's all about. You know, being isolated, we forgot about union, and we forgot about uniting each other, and that's really valuable. It's a really valuable thing to say, I live in a country, and I know my neighbor, and I know the people around me, and I can say with my full heart that I respect them, that I love them. And I think this last show of mine, it's really pushed people away. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's divided us as a people, and that's the last thing I think America needs, you know? The last thing America needs. Coachella went on recently. I heard a lot of people talking about Frank Ocean not doing his gig, and people are just very upset. And I think instead of sitting here and getting upset and crying on air about how one of my personal favorite artists couldn't perform due to reasons, I think it's better that we try to listen to Frank, and we try to accept the fact that, you know, maybe it's okay to be to have standards, you know. Needing to rearrange an entire thing 5 minutes before you go on to no one's evaluation, that's just a part of being an artist, you know. And you can't disagree with that. Are you Frank Ocean? No, and that's okay. No one's Frank Ocean. And I've also heard that that Blink-182 will be headlining instead of Frank for Coachella, and their music has always been concerning to me. I've always seen it as violent and loud, and I don't do violent or loud. Those are things that are beyond me. I look past those things now. You know, I've really grown as a person since recent issues, and I think it's in our right to look for peace and love once again, and maybe instead of Blink 182, we should get like a good like sermon before Coachella. Like I think a good little like philosophical discussion would be cool. You know, talk about like socioeconomics or something. Maybe we get Jordan Peterson to come on out and talk about his stuff before Lil Uzi Vert goes on. I think that'd be good. You know, I've been reading a lot recently, and that's been fascinating. I've been reading the words of Jean-Paul Sartre, and you know, I really value such a person who can speak in such a way. You know, his way with words, it's enamoring, truly. Here, if I may, read a little excerpt for you. It's a short excerpt, don't worry. So I'm a promising poodle. I prophesy, I make childish remarks. They are remembered. They are repeated to me. I learn to make others. I make grown-up remarks. I know how to say things, quote, beyond my years without meaning to. These remarks are poems. The recipe is simple. You must trust to the devil, to chance, to emptiness. You borrow whole sentences from grown-ups. You string them together and repeat them without understanding them. In short, I pronounce true oracles, and each adult interprets them as he wishes. The good is born in the depths of my heart, the true in the young darkness of my understanding. I admire myself on trust. My words and gestures happen to have a quality that escapes me and that is immediately apparent to grown-ups. It doesn't matter. I'll offer them unfailingly the delicate pleasure that is denied me. My clowning dons the cloak of generosity. Poor people were grieved at not having a child, moved to pity. I drew myself out of nothingness in a burst of altruism and assumed the disguise of my childhood so as to give them the illusion of having a son. My mother and grandmother often request me to repeat the act of eminent kindness that gave birth to me. They gratified Charles Schweitzer's. Oh, sorry for the mistake there. Guess I've had a little too much tea. They gratified Charles Schweitzer's idiosyncratic. Oh my God, this tea! I think I need to drink more tea. His fondness for dramatic outbursts. They arrange surprises for him. They hide me behind a piece of furniture. I hold my breath. The women leave the room or pretend to have forgotten about me. I annihilate myself. My grandfather enters the room, weary and gloomy, as he would be if I did not exist. Suddenly, I come out of my hiding place. I do him the favor of being born. He sees me, joins in the game, changes expression, and raises his arms to heaven. I fill him to overflowing with my presence. In a word, I give myself always and everywhere. I give everything. I have only to push a door to have, I too, the feeling of appearing on the scene. I place my blocks on top of each other. I turn out my mud pies. I yell. Someone comes and exclaims, I've made one more person happy. Meals, sleep, and precautions against bad weather are the high points and chief obligations of a completely ceremonious life. I eat in public, like a king. If I eat well, I am congratulated. My grandmother herself cries out, what a good boy to be hungry. And you know, wisdom is a word that always comes to mind when I read Jean-Paul Sartre. It really is fascinating to see a man transform in the way that he has. And I look for that inside myself. I would like to apologize for my last episode of what was once RYAN Rants. In that, I made some outrageous claims. You know, I said things that were unwarranted. I acted in ways that were rude, little disregard for life. I talked of my own personal struggles instead of the struggles of America, and I didn't really make a point. I just got angry. And that's not what I want for the American people, you know? I need people to look at me and see me as who I am, which is a good person. That's what I am. I am a good person who I don't think the tea's working. I think I'm gonna have to like just take that off. Actually, I think I'm gonna take the mug. I don't think this was a good idea. I don't think this is what the people need, because people are angry. You know, people are so angry at the world, at things, and I think they need someone who's mad. By God, I think they need someone who understands what it means to be American. I think they need someone who understands the deep idiosyncrasies, whatever. I can't say words. I can't think words. By God, I hate this. I hate coming in here and being told, oh, Ryan, that is too bad. That is too faulty. You thought I was going to ramble? Who do you think I am? Not that. That's fake news. Fake news. That is fake news, America. Yeah, the tea definitely didn't work. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I can do this anymore, actually. I think my gusto's gone. That was like the only thing I had. Maybe the tea does work, actually, because I feel calm after I did that. Or do I? To the people of America, I make one request. Know the truth. And know it well, Indy. Know that for sure. You can't sit here and tell me otherwise. Macklemore did not deserve to win. He didn't deserve to win at all. It was Jay-Z and Kanye and Kendrick Lamar. There is no way Macklemore, out of the four of them, would have won that Grammy in 2014 or 2016, whatever year it was. And for that reason, we honor the great musicians of our time. Kendrick Lamar, up next, only on Giant 90.9. Indy's Giant 90.9. It's a rainy morning. It's nice out. That was Hope She'll Be Happier by Bill Withers. And to keep the mood good, to keep the mood calm and chill and a little sad, a little happy, melancholic. That's what they call it, melancholic. Let's play a little Panchico, Kicking Cars. Up next, only on Giant 90.9.